Here we have a pressure washer that won't start. So rather than replacing a carburetor again, this time we're just going to install a special kit called GumBuster kit. It's going to allow us to clean the carburetor from the outside. Before we start on it, let's go ahead and wash it. It's so much easier to work on a clean pressure washer rather than dirty pressure washer. A couple of years ago, I cleaned the carburetor because it did not start, something very similar to what's happening now. And I have a very hard time putting the carburetor back together with the bolts that were supplied with the engine at the time. So I made my own 2 studs in here. It's so much easier to sandwich all the amount of gaskets that you have to put together in order to reassemble the assembly of the carburetor. So you will see 2 studs in here rather than 2 bolts that were actually supplied by the manufacturer. So to get the carburetor, we have to take down the fuel tank. There are 3 screws on this particular Honda GC 160 5 horsepower engine that you have to remove. With 1 on the bottom, 2 on the top. So once you take the fuel tank out of the way, you can see the carburetor assembly right in here. This particular engine has got a vacuum pump that works on the crankcase vacuum that actually actuates the diaphragm inside the pump, and that's the way the fuel actually lifts up from the lower tank fuel level to the level of the carburetor. So rather than taking a carburetor apart and disassemble this whole thing, we're going to do something different. There is a product out there now called GumBuster. It's by CleanCarburetor, and it comes with a so-called purge valve. So this purge valve gets mounted, installed on the bottom of the carburetor, and once installed, it will stay permanently installed with the machine. And anytime you have a problem starting it, you're just going to spray a couple of shots of GumBuster inside the carburetor. That's going to dissolve all the gum, and with that, it's going to allow the engine to start with no problem. So let's get started. So what we're going to do here now, we're just going to take the carburetor bowl retaining screw off. We're going to replace it with the purge valve. Now, once we install this purge valve is going to stay on the carburetor permanently installed. We're never going to remove it again. It's going to stay with the machine for the rest of its life. They're going to take the GumBuster, and we're just going to connect it to the valve. And now we're just going to use the GumBuster to fill up the carburetor with the 2-3 sprays. 1, 2, 3. So when it starts dripping, that means carburetor is full. And with this, we don't have to put any more solvent into it. Clean. And we're going to reassemble the fuel tank. So let's give it a try. Drop the speed governor, choke out. Order your GumBuster today from www.cleancarburetor.com. It comes with a purge valve. This particular purge valve is for a Honda type pressure washers, snow blowers, generators, rototillers, and so on. The instructions are included on how to proceed with the kit. And this particular kit, this particular valve is also used to purge the gas left inside the carburetor at the end of the season, so the carburetor will never gum up again. So there are different types purge valve for the different engines out there. This particular one is for the Honda. It can be used on a pressure washer, generators, rototillers, snow blowers. The other one is for the Tecumseh engines, 5 to 8 horsepower, used mostly on the Snow King snow blowers. The next one is for the Briggs engines, but it fits just a certain amount of Briggs and Stratton engines, not all of them. And then there are valves, purge valves for cleaning out the motorcycle and the moped type carburetors, for the scooters as well. And the last one shown in here is a valve for the lawnmower. 90-degree profile of the valve is needed because there is not enough room under the deck. So with this, there are multiple valves out there available to fit at different engines and different applications. No more taking carburetors apart. They can be cleaned straight on the machine where they are in a matter of minutes. Send us any questions you might have. Like us on YouTube. Thank you for watching.